Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
He's been viewed nearly 2 million times on Facebook as he was killed in the middle of his Facebook Live. In that video, you can see him getting out of his car before hearing a single gunshot fired, happening mere blocks away from this police station here in South Austin.
Get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro? What's up?
Kevin Watson's final moments captured on Facebook Live as gunfire rang out in this parking lot Wednesday evening on Madison near LeClaire Avenue in Chicago's South Austin neighborhood.
He was choking for breath. He was trying to struggle to breathe.
All of it unfolding right after Watson left his cousin's job at this nearby liquor store to begin his Facebook Live in his car.
I wouldn't let him walk out the store. He was a good man for this community. No matter what he done, he helped people, you know? He helped me get this job in there.
Close friends turned heartbroken witnesses say as Watson was walking to his car.
He was talking to a guy, and he was going to his car, and then the guy followed behind him. So when the guy followed behind him, pulled a gun on him. So he was trying to wrestle with the gun, and the gun went off.
Police say the 40-year-old was shot in his chest.
I rubbed his palm, and I squeezed his hand. He wouldn't squeeze back.
Relatives tell us he leaves behind a 6-year-old son and say Watson was killed just weeks shy of his own birthday.
We're going to have to figure out how to move on and be strong day to day and help each other get past this, because this didn't just hurt one person, this hurt a lot of us.
Police haven't given a motive behind the shooting. So far, no one has been arrested.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you guys download bosstalk101.app. Man, this was very disturbing today when I seen it. It was something that I was like, wow, you know, I thought it was just something old at first and it was sent to me, but I didn't get to watch it in detail. But I got a guy who said he's seen everything online. OG Pyru, you there? OG, I hate this man that got killed like this, and I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at you because at the end of the day, I didn't see it. You say you seen it, but I seen a little bit of it, but I wasn't able to watch it the whole time. But were you able to see the live when it first took off and was going on?
I seen the. You just listened to a contradictory statement by a guy says that he was walking toward his car, and him and the gunman was wrestling over the gun, right?
Yeah, he said he was wrestling over the gun. He got out, but say he followed him to the car too. This is kind of wow.
He said this guy's just made a testified that he was walking toward his car and the guy followed behind him and they were wrestling over the gun and he got shot.
Right.
When in actuality, if you listen to the full part of, he was inside of his car on Facebook Live talking about he had just got in an argument previously with somebody about a parking spot.
Right.
And these youngsters don't have no respect.
No respect. Yeah, that's what he said.
Then somebody bumps on his window and he said, "What's up?" And he said, and he gets out of the car and leaves the Facebook Live, and then you hear the shot.
Right.
So he was in his car bumping his gums about an argument he had previous to that, and the guy that he had the argument with allegedly walked up on the car and told him, "I wouldn't have never got my ass out the car."
Right. He could have defused it. He could have definitely defused it. He got aggressive and got out, and like the guy said, he was trying to wrestle. We had witnesses that spoke out on this news clipping here, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, and basically it said that they seen him wrestling with the guy, and then the gun went off. So it's pretty disturbing to me how you gonna be out here in the middle of the day wrestling with a dude that you had to have some type of confrontation with before you got on that live. If something was more to it, we missing something here. What are we missing here?
They're just showing you a part of the clip. If you listen to the full interview, you wouldn't miss nothing because he's identifying the argument he had before he got in the car. And he said that the argument was over a parking spot and that these dudes don't have no respect to OGs and he's tired of it. And all while he's talking, this dude is sitting on the side of his car listening to him talk. Sometimes we be bumping our gums when we should be looking and listening.
Yeah, you got to know your environment. But he seemed like he been in the hood for a minute. The way this guy talked to say he got him the job, his cousin say if he didn't knew that was gonna happen, he wouldn't have never let him walk outside. You know, a lot of times we can't go back and change his cousin had the scruffy beard. His cousin, he had the scruffy beard, and he was saying he wouldn't have let him walk outside. OG, I'm not doing this with you, OG. The man cousin may need a haircut, but he's talking about his cousin, man.
I wouldn't have never let him out. All that after talk stuff. Well, you was right there when the gunshot went off. Why did you run down the killer?
OG, so the OG, listen. The man walks out of the store, evidently. He was visiting his cousin, the one with the little beard here. As he walked, and when he walked out, you know, he goes sit in the car and he immediately go Facebook Live from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing here. And once he goes Facebook Live, he's talking. And I think you're right. The person he's talking about, if he followed him to the car like the other guy said, then he's probably somewhere listening to this nigga talking about need disrespect for this and instead of talking. It was tough. He should have been watching what was going on around him because that youngster over there with that what they call it, with that stick, with that with that switch, and the youngster sitting there, whoever he is, or whoever the cat is he into it with, he basically sitting there waiting on his opportunity to knock on. Oh, you okay? Bump, 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 bump. Hey, and he immediately goes aggressively at him and gets out the car. Like, what are you doing, man? And what are you doing, man? Let him win right there. All right, boom, I gotta go. You know, shoot at me on the way away. I don't know if that was the right move to do. He shouldn't. I agree with you, OG. He shouldn't have got out that car.
Sure. And then what kind of friends that you have that this one claims that they walked? So no matter what you saying about your story, whether he was walking toward the car and you seen him wrestling with somebody, so you seen who did it.
Yes. A couple eyewitnesses are there. The guy that was there say that he rubbed his hand and he took his last breath and all that. These folks seen what was going on.
Yeah, so where was you at when the shooting came? Since you was right there, ain't nobody identifying the killer, huh?
Ain't nobody finna run up on him with that gun.
I hate that part of hood politics. Ain't no snitching. You see a killer and you so scared, you ain't gonna go. If I'm not gonna avenge your murder, I'm gonna tell the police on you and let them avenge it. I'm not gonna let you just die and let this dude just walk around the street.
Well, it's a code out there, OG. They can't talk on it, you know. It's a code.
You know, I had to understand, everybody used to talk about this boy, Nicky Barnes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nicky Barnes was out in New York, and he was one of the first blacks that got really plugged in with the with the mafia.
Okay.
Messing with John Gotti. And in the 70s, he had New York on locks, no matter what they say about this American gangster Frank
Lucas.
Frank Lucas. Nicky Barnes in the 70s had shit sold up, right?
Yeah.
And so when he is the first one really to run before Frank Matthews in 1970. He ran on the first time a black had ever had $1 million bond. And he ran on $1 million bond. And President Carter made him America's most wanted to get Nicky Barnes. And Nicky Barnes took care of all of his people. And they had the code like the mafia, you can deal with anybody's girlfriend, but you don't deal with nobody's wife. And Nicky Barnes took a life sentence and never told on nobody in his crew. He took the case. And he was up in Leavenworth, and they allegedly, when he was calling home about his wife, she wasn't answering the phone. One of his lieutenants, he called and he told him that one of his number one, his right-hand man, was dealing with Nicky Barnes, his wife.
Okay.
What? And he said, well, no, man, that can't be. So when Nicky Barnes started hearing it from one of his other lieutenants telling the homegirl pull up to the club, her and his right-hand man, his wife, and his right-hand man, and she leaned over and kissed old dude in front of his whole mob.
Whoa.
And since dude had the money, so Nicky Barnes told his hitters, man, look, I need you to kill this dude, because he went against the code. But since this how ratting just started. Since dude had the money and Nicky Barnes had a life sentence, they never killed dude. They never done nothing to him. And Nicky Barnes didn't have no other alternative. He had lost. They thought he had lost. But he knew where all the dead bodies was.
Whoa.
And he went to the federal prosecutor and said, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want nothing from you, but these dudes are foul. And this is what happened, and sent them all to the penitentiary. And he didn't spare his wife, sent her ass to the penitentiary.
Dang, wow.
So in the law of the streets, I'm going to get back at you by any means necessary. And it don't stop with just I will send you to, if I can't do nothing else but get you in the penitentiary with me, I'm going to do that.
Wow, wow. OG, so this guy, going back to the guy that got shot and killed on Facebook, his family, he leave behind a son. It's unfortunate what he's having to, what his family now got to deal with. I hate to see it. It's a sad case, really. I hate to see this man.
What's so sad about it?
Well, I just don't like to see no man get shot like that in broad daylight and over an altercation that probably he could have drove off or tried to talk him off the ledge.
So before I feel sorry for, we should send a message to everybody: keep your mouth shut.
Oh, gee, why you just can't feel bad for him and move on? Keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut. You selling all these wolf tickets right in the earshot. The same thing happened to Sh0T. He was talking shit about this and this and that, and this nigga ain't gonna do this. And when dude jumped over on him, he didn't even do nothing, and end up people's lives was lost for him running his big mouth.
Wow. So in other words, keep it moving.
If you're not ready to die for something, keep your mouth shut, because somebody is going to be a dead body somewhere.
Yeah, and it happened fast. When he got out the car, where this news clipping happened, as soon as he got out, what did you say? Look like a pow! It wasn't it didn't happen. It didn't happen like it wasn't a thing to where it was a long drawn out argument. There wasn't no whole bunch of talking.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the only one I heard talking was him.
Yeah, that's 90% of us. We think this is going to be a conversation. Once a person is determined to kill you, it's no talking about it, bro. You can make people kill you by you bluffing.
Yeah, he was getting out to try to confrontate and all that. That man that was outside with that thing, that thigh, y'all, he wasn't tripping.
Yeah,
I'm going to kill him.
He was in the car. He had started believing this. Oh, man, these dudes don't have no respect over a parking. I could have did this and I could have did that. And pat. Oh, what's up, man? Oh, and jumps out the car. I would have put it in drive and ran over him.
He'd have did better by doing that, because now he's dead. Man,
now we know.
Leave a son behind. It's crazy, man. Guys, get in the comments. A word of advice.
To the wise, keep your mouth shut if you ain't got a gun.
Wow, y'all, get in the comments. Let me know what you think, man. OG said, a word to the wise: keep your mouth shut if you don't have a gun. Guys, we hate this. It's unfortunate for this guy. I think his name was Watson, wasn't it, OG?
Yeah. I don't hate it.
Well, I mean, you know, I hate to see any man lose his life, OG. OG, let me finish my news clipping, please.
I'm just saying, so we feel sorry. You don't know Watson from a can of
OG, but still, we don't want to see people, Kevin Watson, we don't want to see nobody die, OG, you listen. OG, we don't want to see nobody die.
America, I just want to know if Boss Talk is going to send some flowers to Kevin Watson's funeral.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I bow to do it.
I'm not putting a dime on Watson's funeral. He died because he wanted to.
OG, you can't say that. He didn't die because he wanted to. He died because he had a confrontation with a guy, man. Things got heated, and that's what things can do. Things will get heated sometime, man. And when things get heated, sometimes people lose their composure. Next thing you know, a man is dead, man. All behind anger and all behind different hatred and anger. Yeah, he was. He was upset on that live.
Why in the hell he shouldn't have got out the car?
No, I agree with you. He shouldn't have got out the car. But the anger, man, just go on and get in the car and leave. What you doing going live? Just leave, man.
So he mad all the way to hell.
OG, I'm not doing this with you, man. I'm just telling you, man, the man shouldn't even be dead if he'd just drove on off. His cousin say he'd have walked him and he'd have never let him come out the store if he knew that was going to go on. Or, you know, he didn't know.
He should have took his cousin and get him a shave.
I'm not going to do this. See, OG, I can't stay on the story with you. All I'm saying is, man, he'll truly be missed. Mr. Watson will. By his family. That's right. And all I can say is, man, if y'all up there or anywhere you get on into it with somebody, try to defuse the situation if you can.
Keep your mouth shut.
OG is more harsher than me about it, but try to walk away. Try to turn the other cheek. Move around.
You don't have to die. You ain't got to turn no cheek or don't turn nothing. Get the hell out of there. Get your safety. If you can't do nothing else, instead of being online, call the police. They are hired to kill people. You're not.
Wow. Guys, thank you for listening, guys. And if you're still listening, man, Lil Yachty talk crazy about George Floyd. And guys, check that interview right here next. And guys, and make sure you download BossTalk101.app. Boss Talk 101 review.
Get the app.
Get the app.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.